So, da starte ich doch erstmal die Aufnahme zu. Hi, herzlich willkommen zu Kingdom Hearts. Hoppala. Hoppala. Backcover. Dem Gerät da. Dem Film. Ja, heute gucken wir einen Film. Dieses Let's Watch, Let's Chill. Kingdom Hearts and Chill machen wir heute. Ja, werden wir nur einen Film gucken, nämlich den da. Und der geht in etwa eine Stunde, wenn ich da richtig informiert bin. Und ja, hast du den spannendsten Stream rausgesucht, halt echt. Heute wird nur geguckt und nichts verstanden. Ja, gibt's noch was zu erklären? Das da ist die große Vorgeschichte von Kingdom Hearts. Also, pass auf, es ist ja so, es erschien ein Handyspiel. Wenn ich scheiße laber, 1 Stunde, 2 Minuten, ja, easy. Wenn ich scheiße laber, dann korrigier mich. Es erschien ein Spiel für Handy namens Kingdom Hearts Unchained Chi, glaube ich. Also auch mit diesem lustigen X da. Beziehungsweise zuerst ein Browser-Spiel namens Kingdom Hearts Chi, was so ein Multiplayer-Online-Ding war. Und das haben sie nochmal in ein Handy-Ding geportet mit dem Namen Unchained. Das ist die große Vorgeschichte von Kingdom Hearts, ne? Vor Birth by Sleep, Jahrhunderte davor, glaube ich, über die Schlüsselschwertkriege oder so. Ich weiß es ja noch nicht so genau. Und passend dazu erschien in dieser Collection auch nochmal ein Film. Nämlich genau der da. Ich weiß nicht, ob der Film direkt startet, wenn ich darauf klicke, ob das auch wieder ein Menü hat, deswegen bin ich hier erstmal, ne? Deswegen bin ich jetzt gerade noch in dem Menü. Genau, und dieser Film, ich weiß halt nicht, ob der auch was aus dem Spiel selber erzählt, ob der wirklich völlig frei davon ist. Wie dem auch sei, wir gucken uns den auf jeden Fall an. Nach dem Film gucken wir uns dann Zwischensequenzen aus dem Handygame an, weil das Handygame will ich nicht spielen, weil es ein Handygame. Das ist belanglos. Aber natürlich ist es Kingdom Hearts, das heißt, das ist natürlich wichtig für die Story. Denn sonst verstehen wir Kingdom Hearts 3 nicht. Willkommen bei Kingdom Hearts. Und deswegen machen wir das heute. Wird auf jeden Fall ein spielerisch sehr langweiliger Abend, weil wir werden nicht spielen. Wir werden nur Tasten drücken, also Start und Pause drücken. Aber für den Cutscene-Teil war das dann nochmal langweiliger, weil es sind 2D-Cutscenes mit Texten, die ich vorlesen muss. Wird der Templer dann dazustoßen und wir werden das zusammen machen. Zusammen gucken, damit es nicht so langweilig ist. Das Handygame kann man auch nicht mehr spielen. Kann man da echt schon nicht mehr spielen? Warum kann man das nicht mehr spielen? Ist es nur... Ich habe das irgendwie so... Ich hatte mich da vorher noch mal ein bisschen belesen, dass es nur online nicht mehr geht. Oder kann man es wirklich komplett nicht mehr spielen? Das ist halt... Oder... Gut, vielleicht ist es zwanghaft ein Online-Game die ganze Zeit, ne? Es ist bescheuert. Was soll das? Das ist gerade mal fertig geworden vor kurzem. Naja, dann halt so, ne? Hab die App übrigens runtergeladen. Guti, ich drück mal rauf und gucken wir mal, ob es direkt losgeht. Wahrscheinlich nicht, aber, ne? Man kann seinen Charakter umgestalten und Sequenzen gucken. Ah, dann hätten wir es ja darüber machen können. Hätte ich einen Emulator runterladen können und es damit machen können. Nee. Aber bald kommt nochmal da kurz zurück für die letzten Episoden. Mhm. Oh, ich glaube, ich will gleich mal die Nase putzen. Irgendwas ist eklig. Dann Spielfortschritt übrigens wird automatisch gespeichert. Ja, ja, ja. Animierte Startsequenzen. Ich bin begeistert. Okay, abspielen zurück. Wir haben 4 Optionen auf jeden Fall. Dann würde ich sagen, ich mach's mir bequem. Let's fucking go. Einstellen für Untertitel. Ja, bitte. Okay. Filmabend, Jungs und Mädels und Non-Binäre. The world was, but I was born into a radiant within that... Handyspiel. So schnell kann niemand lesen. Ich glaube, das ist nicht wichtig. Ich sehe nur Schlüsselwörter. Light, Darkness, Friendship, Happening, Light, Force. Eieieiei. Ist wirklich nur ein Film? Lustig. Yep. Nur gucken. Und essen dabei. Und vielleicht reden, wenn es passt. So wie jetzt. Das ist halt so eine komische Optik, dieses Handyspiel, ne? Hallo Mickey. Mickey ist übrigens nicht Kanon, glaube ich. Ich hoffe, der ganze Film sieht nicht so aus. Und anfassen. Gerade wo meine andere Hand gerade ist. Wenn ich ja an Aldin sehe. Ne. Es hat so ein bisschen South Park Vibes auf jeden Fall. Die Optik. Ja, ich freue mich auf Life is Strange morgen. Ich werde übrigens wahrscheinlich auch, das kommt so ein bisschen darauf an, wie das morgen alles klappt. Ich kann hier drüber reden, denke ich. Morgen ja Life is Strange aufnehmen. Das erste Kapitel. Und werde es dann hoffentlich am Sonntag schon hochladen. Das heißt dann, der zweite Teil von Kingdom Hearts wird dann erst am Montag hochgeladen auf YouTube. Aber ich denke, das ist okay. Wenn ich es schaffe bis dahin. Wenn ich es nicht schaffe, dann kommt Life is Strange sowieso erst am Montag. Das sind Szenen aus dem Spiel. Ja, ich weiß. Aha, jetzt geht's los, hoffentlich, vielleicht. Schön, lässt den Stream die ganze Zeit am Knabbern. Vielleicht sollte ich mich muten.
So that makes you the indisposable number 7. Huh. Come on, it's simple. U6 plus me is 7. Wait, don't tell me I don't count.
No.
Here, take it.
Cloud hat Bock.
In the Master's playful and mischievous way, he gave his apprentice Luciu a very important role. What seemed like a simple task was the element that would connect all of the events to come. Long, long ago, all the worlds were still one. One day, this would be called the Age of Fairy Tales. It all began here in Daybreak Town. The Master of
Daybreak Town.
Masters had an eye that gazes into the future. He bestowed upon 5 of his 6 apprentices a copy of the Book of Prophecies, in which was written the events to come.
Um was geht's da? Es geht um Kingdom Hearts. Mensch, ich hab's doch einfach erklärt. Nein, alles gut. Case of Ira. Ganz neue Gebiete
So,
hier.
did you look through the book?
Yes. But I'm still analyzing it.
Wow, no quick skim for you, huh?
I just prefer to be thorough.
Eine schicke
Master.
Rüstung.
Is what it says in the last passage true?
Oh yeah, that. Bummer, huh?
Yes.
By the way, if one day I suddenly disappear, I'm counting on you to keep the others calm, okay?
Huh? Disappear?
Vanish, dim, fade. I don't know how to explain it. It's just hypothetical talk.
Okay.
This world is full of light. It's a world comprised of many smaller worlds, all connected, stretching as far as the eye can see. One great light protects us all throughout this vast land. All worlds share one light, one fate.
I take it you're talking about Kingdom Hearts.
Yep, you're right on the money. People believe that the light that is Kingdom Hearts will be here forever. But if it were to disappear, the world would be enveloped in darkness.
I understand. That is why you granted us these Keyblades. With these, we can spread the teachings of light. And we can protect Kingdom Hearts from darkness.
No, they're not for protecting Kingdom Hearts.
Huh?
The final passage reads, "On that fated land, a great war shall transpire. Darkness will prevail, and the light expire."
Isn't it our duty as Keyblade wielders to prevent this war from taking place?
Not possible.
What?
You really think you can change the future?
Then, what do you want us to do?
We have to focus on what comes after. There's no use thinking of ways to change events that we know are gonna happen.
But what about all of those who are here now? And the ones who will be here when the darkness finally comes? Are we to abandon all of them?
Come on, are you telling me that you think the world can be saved by just 7 people?
We have to at least try. With enough Keyblade wielders, we could...
Well, if you want to give it a shot.
Yes.
Alrighty, good luck.
Das ist die Vorgeschichte von Kingdom Hearts. Hiermit hat alles begonnen und seine Strecke bis in die anderen Kingdom Hearts Games gezogen. Das spielt lange, lange in der Vergangenheit, als alle Welten noch vereint waren.
And so the reliable Era, who wore the mask of the unicorn, was given his role to take over for the Master and to lead the others. Similarly, the virtuous Envy, who wore the mask of the snake, was given her role to watch over the others with a fair eye. The fearless Aced, who wore the mask of the bear, was given his role to support their brand new leader, Era. The prudent Ava, who wore the mask of the fox, was given her role to prepare exceptional Keyblade wielders for the world after. The cool-headed Gula, who wore the mask of the leopard, was given his role to uncover the mystery of the Book of Prophecies.
Ist ein bisschen weird, wie die aussehen mit ihren komischen Masken, aber well.
Lushu, the first of the apprentices to be given their role, watched his companions from afar as they learned what it was that they were meant to do. Then, he disappeared. Not long after that, the Master vanished, dimmed, and faded without a trace.
Jetzt ist die Welt noch eins, umgeben von Licht. In der Zukunft sind die Welten getrennt durch die Dunkelheit.
This is where your story began. The story of your very own adventure.
Schade, dass die ganzen Einhörner in der
Five of the
Mittelmeer
Master's
tauchen.
apprentices armed themselves with the Book of Prophecies. They each created a union. This would fulfill his wishes. Then, they set out to rally Keyblade wielders just like you. By defeating Heartless, the monsters of darkness, they would gather light.
Kingdom Hearts back cover. Ja. Schade, dass eine der alten Villa von Twilight Town noch nichts mit ihrer zu tun haben. Und ja, alle haben neue Namen vom Namen bekommen, die den 7 Todsünden entsprechen. Luke
There's a
schon letzte
traitor
Woche.
among us.
Echt?
Are you certain? What proof do you have?
I found this sniffing around.
Is that a dark Cherothy? Is that a nightmare?
Da werden die Tiere wieder relevant. Oh nein! Nein!
Master, did you make this? It's so cute!
Well, things are gonna get pretty hectic around here soon. But this spirit Cherothy is gonna make your lives much easier. Hopefully.
Spirit?
You could say they're like cats or dogs. And they'll be your loyal pets. Every wielder will have one of these adorable little guys at their side. They're here to help, so play nice.
Okay.
Oh, right. Before I forget. If a wielder is overcome by malice, or rather if their heart is tainted by darkness, their adorable little spirit will turn dark and become a nightmare.
So you're telling us that if we see a nightmare...
Someone has fallen into darkness.
Exactly. And if you don't stop this renegade spirit, it'll plant darkness in the hearts of others. And you'll have an army of nightmares on your hands. Beware.
So, if we see one of these nightmares anywhere, we have to get rid of it on the spot.
No! I won't let you do that!
No wonder you ended up as the bear. You're scary.
Your point?
Maybe you can growl at them.
Don't insult me!
Come on, Hassan. You won't know if it works unless you try.
Please tell me you're joking.
Sieht so
It's
bescheuert
not
aus.
me!
There's an easy way to solve this. If we all summon our spirits, then we'll know.
Unfortunately, there are countless wielders in our unions. It would be easy for any of us to summon a Chirithy that isn't a nightmare. I'm afraid that your suggestion wouldn't help us get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, in that case, who's to say that the nightmare you saw belongs to one of us? It could belong to anyone in our unions.
That's highly unlikely. Do you recall the tool the wielders were given in order to make them stronger? We generally don't concern ourselves with what they have at their disposal. However, I believe those tools were the nightmare's doing.
The bangles. I know when they're equipped, they have the power to collect dark energy. But I thought we all agreed that was okay.
Collecting is fine, but using that power is the equivalent of using the power of darkness.
It's a brilliant plan. Everyone knows that all spirits look the same, and wielders exist in spades. There's no way to tell.
Oh no. Everyone's already equipped their bangles.
So what now? How do we find out who's behind this?
Seeing as those bangles couldn't have been acquired by just anyone, I believe it's one of us here in this room.
No, Ira. I respectfully disagree. What proof do we have that the bangles are tied to the power of darkness, or if a nightmare is to blame? We shouldn't simply jump to conclusions.
Ira, some leader you are. You've managed to plant seeds of doubt in all of us with that speech. What, did you expect the traitor to give themselves up with that accusation of yours? That was foolish.
Ased, that's quite enough.
It looks to me like the Master made the wrong choice.
Wait, where do you think you're going?
I think we're done here. I trust you'll keep us all updated.
Zur Erinnerung übrigens, der schwarze Mantel dient dazu, Dunkelheit abzuwehren. Sich davor zu schützen.
I hope we can all resolve this soon.
Ist bei der Orga auch so.
That didn't go as expected.
What's
Also es
wrong,
schlug
Ira?
so...
This isn't like you.
A lost page. Something's missing from our book of prophecies. Each of our copies were said to contain the events of the future. But this incident, well, it's nowhere to be found.
And how does this whole thing with the traitor tie together?
Like I said, it's nowhere to be found. In my book.
Ira, are you implying that someone is in possession of the missing page? And the person with the complete book is the traitor?
There is something going on, and a page is suspiciously missing from the book. It's not so far-fetched to assume that the one who has the lost page has been turned, that they have fallen into the hands of darkness. Trust me.
There seems to be no record of it in my book either. You may be onto something. I wonder, Could this have been the Master's plan all along? To grant the lost page to only one of us?
We have no way of knowing. The Master is gone.
I understand what you were saying. I promise to keep a close eye on the others. I will keep you informed, as always.
Thanks.
Of course. After all, that is what the Master asked of me. And Ira, may your heart be your guiding key.
Den Spruch kenne ich. So, kommt jetzt Horror. Case of Envy. Das stand auch auf
So,
dem
to
Schild
sum it
da.
up, I'll need you to observe the others. Easy breezy.
All right.
Like I said, Ira may have to take over for me. But don't be shy. Just be fair. And do not be afraid to speak up. Even though I say observe, you'll need to be the mediator. Make sure people get along.
I understand. But without you or Luciu, to form and maintain our own unions is... It's a little unnerving, to be honest.
Oh, come on. Lighten up a little. Maybe I'll never disappear. Wait. Do you want me to go?
What? No, of course not.
I was just kidding.
Oh, I see.
Look, I get that change can be hard for everyone, but things need to keep moving forward. And you need to keep up. Otherwise, you'll just get left behind, all alone. Now that you know what the future holds, Envy, what does your heart say? May your heart be your guiding key. I say it all the time. You ultimately need to do what your heart feels is right.
Right.
A few days later.
I was wrong about Ira. I thought he would make a great leader, but he let me down. Well, what do you two think? You don't believe what Ira said, do you?
Of course not. His argument was unconvincing. It's like Envy said. He's just making baseless assumptions given the situation. There's no evidence to tie his accusations to anyone, let alone one of us.
Maybe there's something he hasn't told us.
And he needs to tell us. How dare he look at us with suspicion? We're his comrades.
I wouldn't call us comrades. Anyway, could you get to the point? I know you didn't call us here just to complain.
I want the three of us to form an alliance.
But alliances are forbidden, us said.
I knew it. I had a feeling it would come to this. So, we join forces, then confront Ira?
Confronting him is pointless. Ira won't change his mind. I know there's darkness at work. There's no question. But I don't believe for a second there's a traitor among us. Unfortunately, Ira doesn't share the same belief. He's just wasting time trying to figure out who the traitor is. The darkness won't wait, and neither should we. We need to band together now and find a way to fight it.
Ich hoffe, mein Knuspern ist nicht so laut.
Guess it makes sense.
I agree that we need to do something to fight the darkness. But combining our unions? That was strictly forbidden by the Master.
He's no longer here.
I'm in. But let's be clear. The alliance is just between the two of us right now. I don't want my union members involved.
Gula! I want to follow the Master's teachings.
Understood. That's your choice to make. You should do whatever you feel is right.
Yeah.
By the way, Ased, Do Ira and Envy know?
I haven't talked to Ira about it for obvious reasons, but I did ask Envy to join us.
You wanted to see me?
Speaking of which.
Gula, Ava, what are you doing here? What's the meaning of this?
Hear me out, Envy. I want an alliance among our unions. Gula here has already agreed. Will you join us? And together we can—
And disobey the Master's teachings?
We don't have a choice! Darkness is approaching, and we need to combine our strength to stand against it.
The Master bestowed each of us with a different role, and he specifically told us to keep our union separate, to maintain the balance of power. He told us that any imbalance would lead to a desire for more power, which leads to darkness. I know you haven't forgotten. Perhaps it's you who has been tainted by darkness.
I'm tainted by darkness? Then what about you, Envy? You spy on us and report everything you see back to Ira. You really think you have no darkness in your heart after what you did?
Because that is my role.
To observe us, yes, but not to disclose everything we say and do to Ira.
That's...
For all we know, you and Ira could be allies, scheming behind our backs.
That's enough.
Ich verstehe gerade nicht so viel, aber ist nicht so schlimm, glaube ich. I don't care.
When will it stop? I don't want us to turn against each other.
Master Ava.
Oh, hello. Your name is Ephemer, right?
Uh-huh. Hey, can I join you?
Uh-huh.
Why the long face? Did something happen?
Long day. Do you remember what you asked me before? About why the unions compete against each other instead of working together. Actually, I always wondered the same thing.
Huh? Isn't it just because the Master said so?
Yes. And as such, we must obey. The Master said so, so it is. But lately, I've really started to wonder. You once told me that you were looking for answers. That you wanted to solve the mysteries of this world. Well, I think that's how things should be. We need to question things and think for ourselves.
Whoa! You are really not yourself today. I guess even foretellers have their off days. Hey, maybe talking about the book will cheer you up.
Not a chance.
Aww.
You were trying to pull a fast one on me, weren't you?
Oh, no, I was joking.
If you say so. But to be honest, I think it would be great if all the unions could work together and be friends.
You know, I made a friend from another union today. Wasn't much of a talker, maybe just shy. We're meeting again tomorrow.
That sounds like so much fun. Then you'd better go home and get some sleep.
Okay. Well, it was nice talking to you. I don't know what's got you down, but please cheer up.
Ja, er hat mit dem Player Freundschaft geschlossen. Man spielt also dem Handyspiel einen eigenen Charakter, der keinen Namen hat.
The worst happens. I'll be glad to leave the future to the kids who see the world in the way that you do. Let the wind carry you far, far away.
Ha! Wind!
My
Ventus.
dandelions.
Envy, have you learned something?
It seems Ased and Gula's unions are now allied.
So Ased is the traitor after all.
No, I don't believe he is.
Why's that?
To Ased, unification is a means of gathering strength to oppose the darkness. So I believe his heart still belongs to the light.
Even so, forming alliances was strictly forbidden by the Master.
Yes, and his teachings are absolute. That's why I will try and persuade Gula to dissolve their alliance.
Then I'll do it.
No. Please, let me do the talking. Your intervention will do nothing more than spur Ased's anger.
All right. I'll leave it to you.
And one more thing. Ased has begun to question the two of us. As a precaution, my reports will be less frequent. I don't want him to get the wrong idea. Please understand.
Yes, I do.
Klingt echt gut übrigens. Einige Monate später.
I think I'm done.
Done with what?
The Alliance. I think it's time to call it quits.
For what reason?
To put it simply, I entered this alliance thinking we were preparing to fight some impending darkness, but it hasn't come. In fact, there haven't been any suspicious incidents recently, and you haven't rallied anyone else to your cause.
Yeah, but...
This alliance is meaningless. Even Envy agrees. Oh.
Envy?
Uh-oh. You weren't supposed to find out.
Is Envy the one who told you to break our alliance?
Maybe. But I'm the one who decided to do it. And I've already told you why.
But we don't even know who the traitor is yet!
And that's exactly why.
Was meinst du, wer ist der Verräter? Da habe ich doch keine Ahnung. Der Spieler. Oder es gibt
I
keinen.
just can't trust anyone but myself.
Der Master ist der Traitor.
Don't you realize you won't stand a chance against the darkness on your own?
Sorry, my mind's made up.
Envy, you will regret this.
Envy ist halt nur neidisch. Hehe. Ist doch bestimmt dann Neid, ne? Bei Envy heißt der Neid.
You been here long? My bad.
No.
Und vor allem trägt er so eine schwarze Kutte.
So, what did you want?
You didn't forget, did you? You're the one who called me here.
Lighten up! I was just kidding. I didn't forget. Give me a little credit here. I was just testing you.
Right.
Now then, allow me to tell you about your role. You're going to be Ira's right-hand man.
What? Ira's right-hand man? What do you
Danke.
mean?
Well, Ira's gonna be the new leader after I'm gone, you see. So, just stand by. Don't disappoint.
Explain to me, Master. What do you mean Ira's going to be leader?
What? Is that disappointment I hear? Did you want to be leader?
No! I mean, if you had asked me to be the leader, that's a different story, but I wasn't trying.
You really want to be leader, huh?
Well...
I know you want it, but that just isn't enough. Any chump can say, here's a huge promotion, good job, and make you head honcho. But enthusiasm alone doesn't make a great leader. Ira needs someone like you to give him a push in the right direction.
I agree. Ira is definitely the most worthy among us. I'm sure he'll make a fine leader.
Then it's settled.
Wait, I agreed that he is worthy. But why do we need a new leader, Master? Does that mean you will no longer be teaching us?
Well, I might disappear one day. Well, I might disappear.
Disappear? Why? Where?
Speak up sooner if you're listening. It was embarrassing for me. Anyway, I don't know if I'm gonna disappear or not. It's anyone's guess right now.
But...
In any case, you need to support Ira. We both know he's quite serious. He's always just thinking and thinking and thinking behind that unicorn mask of his. So everyone will be counting on you to spur him into action.
Right.
You might not be entirely happy with your role, but just know that it's the most important one. Capiche? Now, shall I elaborate? Making Ira the leader is all good in theory, but sometime later you might think, he's terrible at this. In which case it'll be your job to step up. Who knows? Your leadership might be just what everyone needs. And that is your true role.
Mit den Masken safe.
May your heart be your guiding key. Best of luck, I said.
Auf so einer gewissen Maskenball-Party. Der
It's
Mann
been
ein
over a
Passwort
year
braucht.
since the Master left.
Namens
It's time
Fidelio.
for me to fulfill my true role.
Diese Anspielung hat niemand verstanden.
Why do you get in my way?
Don't be so conceited. I'm protecting the balance, just like the Master told us to. You need to come to your senses!
If we don't do something, light will expire. Then we won't be able to avoid the grim future that awaits. We need to defy the Master's teachings to protect the world.
You're saying he was wrong?
He's not here anymore. I won't let his prophecy come true. I won't
Leute.
let the world fall into darkness.
Chefs machen niemals was falsch. Muss immer auf die hören.
You fool!
Machen immer alles richtig. Uiuiui. Seid ihr irgendeine Aqua-Vorfahrin? Wahrscheinlich.
Ava, over here!
Envy! Assad! What's going on?
I found out who the traitor is. Regrettably.
No, that's not true!
Ava, there's no time to lose.
May my heart be my guiding key.
Master.
Alter. Ja, wurde es. Ganz
If
am
you're
Anfang.
busy, I can always come back later.
Sure. Oh, no, stay. Now, where? Ah, here it is.
Oh. Oh.
What's this?
Ich hab meiner Mutter nicht geantwortet auf WhatsApp vor ein paar Tagen. Fällt mir gerade ein und sie hat mich dran erinnert. Ups. Ich bin ein schlechter Sohn.
This is from the Book of Prophecies.
Ich hoffe, ich sterbe heute noch. Was?
But
Yep. It's a page that's not in any of your books.
Nachher.
and what's written here is
Your role. You must find the traitor hidden among you and stop them before it's too late. And in order to help you
Ja,
find
der
the
Master
traitor,
ist es. Ich hab
I
schon
get
verstanden.
it.
Ich stachelt jetzt
That's
alle
why you gave
gegeneinander
us all
auf.
different roles, isn't it? If anyone deviates from the job they were given, we can easily conclude that they are the traitor. It's brilliant.
Way to steal my thunder, show off.
Huh?
It's not fair. My plan was supposed to blow your mind with its grandeur. Your jaw should have hit the floor at my sheer genius.
I'm sorry? But was my logic flawed?
Oh, you were right. So, I guess now you've earned your time in the limelight. Even though there is a traitor, act normal and keep focused. Trust no one but yourself.
Oha. Ich glaube, die Hälfte vom Film ist schon rum. Ich glaube sogar schon ein bisschen mehr.
Trust no one but myself.
Gula.
Do you want to know what my role is? Huh? The books we were given are incomplete. There's a lost page.
Lost page?
On that page, it is written that there is a traitor. The Master told me to find and stop that person.
I called you my comrade.
Vor der Kommunist, ja.
Never again, Gula. It doesn't matter to
My
me if
comrade.
you think I am the traitor and you want to strike me down. You knew there was a traitor and you just watched silently as we fought each other. And I won't forgive you for that.
You can barely stay on your feet. Just give up already.
Der ist 2 Köpfe größer als du.
Underestimate me!
Please stop!
You too, huh?
Why? Why did it have to come to this?
Tja. Was will Mom? Meiner Mom muss ich auch noch antworten. Meiner Master of Masters. Meine Mutter hat übrigens auch im Schlüsselschwertkrieg gekämpft. War krass damals.
Come to finish me off and make it quick.
That's not what brought me here today. I wish to fulfill the role bestowed upon me. That's all. It isn't our place to try to change the events of the future. That is not our mission. We're here to make sure that light lives on. With only 5 lights, we can't afford to lose any.
You still count me as one of the 5 lights?
Of course.
Only you could be such a good guy after everything we've been through. But hey, I guess that's one of the reasons I respect you so much. However, we still might only be 4. I'm talking about Gula. He's using the knowledge of something called the Lost Page. He said that it contains events that are missing from all of our books. He's using it to discover and apprehend whoever is the traitor. Claims that's his role. But who knows what his real intentions are? What I do know is that I'll never forgive him for hiding the fact that he knew someone would betray us. That's the biggest betrayal of all.
I'd like to believe that Gula was simply carrying out his role. Aset, I'll deal with this matter. Please keep it to yourself for now.
Understood.
I need to see that lost page.
Why did you tell Ira? It had to be you, because you were the only one who knew where we were hiding. Didn't you think for a second that your actions could be making things worse than they already are?
And why should that even bother you? Not only do you have your union, but you've also gathered the finest Keyblade wielders from other unions, and you're training them in a secret location, aren't you?
Yes, because that is my role!
I had no idea. I apologize. I overstepped.
No,
Party mit
I
Cloud.
shouldn't have snapped at you either.
What did Ira want?
Mehr Menschen als in
I don't
Cyberpunk in
know
der Stadt.
exactly.
Bessere Tagesabläufe auf jeden Fall.
Asked me to give up Gula. His eyes, they were scary. I was worried he'd do something awful. I knew I couldn't tell him where Gula was. Then he turned around and walked away.
I see. And Gula? How is he doing?
I don't know. He's gone.
Kann ich glaube übrigens anders einstellen. Das habe ich doch erzählt. Kann man ja auch mit der Fernbedienung, aber irgendwann fängt er einfach an zu blinken. Das hält dann so 5 Minuten oder so und dann fängt er einfach an zu blinken. War anstrengend.
Someone's coming. They're headed straight this way.
Take care of him.
Night City, Cyberpunk. Why do you come?
Is something wrong?
I know Gula's here.
What?
Tell me where he is.
Why? What are you going to do?
None of your concern.
Don't.
What?
I won't let you near him.
Ist lustig, wie sie immer so ungefähr doppelt so viele Schritte braucht wie
So
er,
that's
um voranzukommen.
All right. I'll go.
Gola, what are you doing?
Something happened?
Ira was here. He wanted me to give you up.
I knew it. It's finally come to this.
Come to what?
Everyone wants to know about the lost page.
The lost page?
Yeah. It's a page the Master gave me. It doesn't exist in any of our books. It contains a passage about an inevitable betrayal. It talks about the one who bears the sigil. That's it. So, I don't know what to make of it, to be honest. My role is to find out who it is. I suspected Ased and went to confront him. And look what happened.
Why are you telling me this, Gula? I have enough to think about, keeping with the Master's teachings and my role.
Always walking the straight and narrow. I'm a fool for basing my actions on what is written on that lost page. Everything in the passage is ambiguous at best. That's why I need to find out.
But how?
By asking the Master.
But he's not here anymore.
I'm going to summon Kingdom Hearts.
What?
Then he'll have no choice but to come back.
Summoning Kingdom Hearts is forbidden!
That's exactly why. The only way to get him back is to break the rules. If things don't change, the entire world is doomed. But in order to go through with it, I'll need Lux. I don't have nearly enough.
Lux heißt Licht.
You always do the right thing. Help me with this.
I'm sorry. I know you want the Master to return. But you don't know how summoning Kingdom Hearts will affect the rest of the world. The Master, he forbid it for a reason. I'm afraid I can't help you.
I see. May your heart be your guiding key.
Ja, der Mom will
Gula's
Kingdom
on a
Hearts,
mission to
glaube ich.
collect Lux.
Ah, that explains why Ased and Ira are as well. They're trying to maintain the balance. But that isn't the balance we were expected to keep. If everyone's collecting light solely for themselves, Keyblade wielders will soon turn against one another.
Oder dadurch bricht der Schlüsselschwertkrieg aus. Oder so.
Keyblade War.
Ha! Sag ich doch.
And what's written in the book, all of it will happen.
Light will expire.
Envy, what are you going to do?
I'll gather Lux too. No matter what, the balance must be kept. Ava, you do the same. We must delay the inevitable.
Right.
Gleich, ja.
What's written in the last page of the book is gonna happen. The entire world will be lost to darkness.
But Master, isn't there anything we can do?
Well, that's what brings me to your role. You might just be the only hope of keeping light from expiring.
Hope? Master, what is it that you need me to do? Oh,
Don't get involved in any battles. Forget the notion of unions. Find Keyblade wielders with potential and create an entirely separate organization. Then, like the seeds of a dandelion, let them fly to another world. They will keep the light alive.
you really think that I'm the right person for this?
Ava, you're the only person for this.
I understand.
Schönes Steingebläse. Ich distanziere mich von dieser Aussage.
To continue with your training for our mission. This session may seem like it's familiar to you, but in a world that is different, one made of dreams.
Boah, sind die alle hässlich.
You are our hope. A war will soon wage. Those who strive to protect the light will turn their weapons on their allies for the sake of loyalty to their own unions. To be honest, I don't know how far I can guide all of you. What you must remember
ist ja wie
is
die
that
terranische Liga
anyone
hier.
can lose themselves to the darkness. However, there will be no winners. Everything will be lost.
Ich finde es lustig, wie so hoffnungsvolle Musik kommt und sie einfach sagt, alles wird verloren sein, wir alle werden sterben.
All of you who are the seeds of hope. When the time comes, and there is war, you mustn't fight, but instead you must fly away from here to the world outside. This training is to help you fulfill this crucial task. The future is in all your hands, as is the world's light. May your hearts be your guiding key.
Mhm.
The gazing eye?
The word ends with you.
It's not what it's called.
Oh, what then?
Actually, no name.
No name.
Well, gazing or not, that Keyblade does have an eye in it. My eye, to be exact. Ew! Oh, you think that's gross, do ya?
No.
Yeah, sure.
Was ist los mit dir?
Anyway, about your role. You need to pass down that
Oh, meine
Keyblade
Hose.
to your apprentice and then him to his, so that my eye can see the future.
So the Book of Prophecies.
Bingo! The fact that it exists is proof of your success. That means you've trained a worthy apprentice, passed down that handsome Keyblade, and fulfilled your role. Congratulations! What's the matter? Come on, you did a fantastic job. At least smile a little.
But I haven't done anything yet.
Good point. Guess you'd better get started then. Unfortunately, you'll have to go alone from here on out. No Book of Prophecies to keep you company either. I can't have you causing any temporal paradoxes. But hey, we both know you'll do just fine without it, right?
Do I really have to go alone? What about the others?
Minor details, so don't sweat it. For now, you, that Keyblade, and this box need to stay out of sight. Just watch with your own eyes, and my eye, of course, as things unfold between the others. Then, when the time is right, go off and do your thing.
What's in it?
It's a secret. And, well, you see,
Das Herz von Davy Jones ist da drin.
you can never, ever open it.
Great, now I really want to know.
All right. I'll indulge you. But this secret stays between the two of us, and you have to promise never to open the box.
I promise.
Natürlich.
But why?
You'll see.
Wir raten, wir werden niemals erfahren, was in dieser Kiste ist. Davy Jones Herz, der Kopf von Gwyneth Paltrow, das peinliche Foto von der letzten Weihnachtsfeier. Man weiß es nicht.
May my heart be my guiding key.
War es das schon? Tatsächlich. Hä? War noch weniger als eine Stunde. Also meine Aufnahme geht jetzt 1 Stunde 2, ziemlich genau, aber ich habe am Anfang noch rumgelabert. Ja, vielleicht kommt gleich nochmal schon was. Joa. Das andere Auge. Das Auge von Sauron. Luxu. Ira war doch Matthew Mercer. Ich wusste es. Die Stimme kam mir bekannt vor. Die Stimme von McCree in Overwatch. Der heißt ja bald nicht mehr McCree. Der hat auch Leon in den Resident Evil Animationsfilm gesprochen. Ja, der hat ziemlich viel gesprochen. Denke an das Wallpaper gleich. Ja, ja, laufen noch die Credits. Ja, okay, der Film war... ja. Boah, keine Ahnung. Jetzt geht's aber ab hier. Der Film war okay, aber irgendwie kann ich nichts dazu sagen. Kaum wenn ich hier sagte McCree, ja. Der heißt bei dem ja McCree. Hallo Toni übrigens. Ist voll laut. Das ist so dumm. Max. Mit Goofy und Max. Ist jeder Tag ein Klacks. Tobi Falke. Ehre. Ich würde echt gerade gerne über den Film reden, aber das ist einfach so laut. Aber ich tue es einfach, vielleicht versteht man mich noch. Ja, der Film war okay, keine Ahnung, aber irgendwie habe ich so das Gefühl, dass er eigentlich so auf nichts hinausläuft. Beziehungsweise es ist einfach nur so dieser Auslöser für den Schlüsselschwertkrieg. Also das, was im Film passiert ist, kannst du in einem Satz zusammenfassen, was für Kingdom Hearts ungewöhnlich ist. Keine Ahnung, ein Schlüsselschwertkrieg wird ausbrechen, weil das Buch der Prophezeiung sagt das und der Meister, vielleicht um dem Buch nachzukommen oder welche anderen Gründen, stachelt die einzelnen Mitglieder da gegeneinander auf, damit das passiert. Ende. Wer ist dein Lieblingsstar? Ich habe keine Ahnung, die sind mir alle ziemlich egal, muss ich ehrlich sagen. Ich habe keine Ahnung, wer ist. Die am Ende das Bündnis da, die Terranische Liga gegründet hat, die hat mir gefallen. Hast du deren Gesichter niemals gesehen? Das ist so schlimm genug. Ich finde es aber interessant, dass der Film scheinbar, so sah es jetzt für mich aus, in-Engine gemacht wurde. Also, es hat keine gerenderte, Zwischensequenz, sage ich mal, sondern wirklich in Unreal Engine gemacht. Weshalb der Film auch eigentlich gar nicht mal so gut aussieht. Für einen Film. Für ein Spiel hingegen sieht es ganz gut aus, aber... Die Kritik am Film war ja auch, dass kaum was gezeigt wurde und es eben kein Video über das Handygame, sondern neben dem Handygame ist. Ja... Ja, war jetzt irgendwie ziemlich nichts sagen. Keine Ahnung. War nett. Ich bereue es nicht, aber... Ja. Man ist wirklich nicht wirklich schlauer geworden. Ephema. Der ist wahrscheinlich dann im Spiel wichtig, ne? So, was natürlich ganz wichtig ist, dieser Film hat tatsächlich einen Eintrag auf Letterboxd. Der Seite, wo ich immer meine Filme logge, wenn ich welche gucke. Als einziger Film. Die anderen Filme gibt's nicht. Wahrscheinlich, weil das ja auch mit... Naja, da gibt es ja so eine Sequenz, wo man lesen muss und weiterdrücken muss. Das zählt wahrscheinlich nicht als Film. Aber das hier ist wirklich komplett ein Film. Kino freigeschaltet. Wuhu. Und daher werde ich ihn gleich erstmal loggen. Ganz wichtig. Charaktere freigeschaltet. Kann ich das Spiel jetzt nochmal mit, wie man das durchspielen? Kapitel. Oh, das sind ganz viele Kapitel. Hände. Ist da hinten was? Hier ist einfach... Hier gibt's Bilder. Jetzt gibt's hier auch Bilder. Wenn ich zu schnell und her switche, dann kommt einfach das Logo, ne? Oder auch nicht. Keine Ahnung. Ist fein, das aus der Perspektive der Meister zu haben. Dann rein mit dem Film. Ja, muss ich gleich mal gucken. Charaktere. Oh, man kann auch lesen. Ein mysteriöser Mann, der ein Auge besitzt, das in die Zukunft blicken kann. Er nutzt das dadurch erlangte Wissen, um das Buch der Prophezeiung zu verfassen. Niemand weiß, ob hinter seiner verspielten, fast schelmischen Art Berechnung oder sein wahres Ich steckt. Er ist verschwunden, nachdem er 5 von seinen 6 Lehrlingen jeden Exemplar des Buchs verliehen hat. Ira, einer der Schüler des Meisters, der ein Exemplar des Buchs der Prophezeiung erhalten hat. Er ist ein zuverlässiger Schlüsselschwertmeister und der Anführer des Unicornis-Bündnisses. Wow. Der Meister macht sich oft über seine ernste Seite lustig. Seine Aufgabe ist es, der neue Anführer der Propheten zu werden, nachdem der Meister verschwunden ist. Aha. Sie ist eine tugendhafte Schlüsselschwertmeisterin und die Anführerin des Anguis-Bündnisses. Sie hat größte Hochachtung vor dem Meister. Ihre Aufgabe ist es, mit redlichem Blick über die anderen zu wachen. Acid. Einer der Blablabla, er ist ein furchtloser Schlüsselschwertmeister und der Anführer des Ursus-Bündnisses. Obwohl er dazu neigt, sich auf seine pure Körperkraft zu verlassen, hat er auch ein reines Herz und einen ausgeprägten Sinn für Gerechtigkeit. Seine Aufgabe ist es, ihren neuen Anführer Ira zu unterstützen. Obwohl sie eine Schlüsselschwertmeisterin ist, wird sie aufgrund ihres Alters von den anderen Schlüsselschwertträgern auch wie eine Freundin behandelt. Sie ist die Anführerin des Vulpes-Bündnisses. Vulpa heißt Wolf. Ihre Aufgabe ist es... Halt mal Schnauze, Musik. Ihre Aufgabe ist es, besondere Schlüsselschwertträger ungeachtet irgendwelcher Bündniszugehörigkeiten zu finden und ihre eigene Organisation zu gründen. Gula. Er ist ein Schlüsselschwertmeister mit einem kühlen Kopf und der Anführer des Leopardus-Bündnisses. Er bevorzugt es, einen gewissen Abstand zu den anderen einzuhalten und sieht sie nicht als Kameraden an. Seine Aufgabe ist es, die Geheimnisse des Buches der Prophezeiung aufzudecken. Wo er sich auf seine Reise aufmacht, erhält er... Achso, warte mal. Der einzige Schüler des Meisters, der kein Exemplar des Buches der Prophezeiung erhalten hat. Bevor er sich auf seine Reise aufmacht, erhält er jedoch ein Schlüsselschwert und eine schwarze Truhe. Chiriti, vom Meister erschaffen, um den Schlüsselschwertträgern zur Seite zu stehen. Diese kleinen Tierchen sind hilfreiche kleine Geister, die sich jedoch schwarz verfärben und sich zu Albträumen verwandeln, wenn ihr Besitzer der Dunkelheit anheimfällt. Schön. Achso, wie geht's so weiter? Ephema, ein junger und aufgeschlossener Schlüsselschwertträger. Er hinterfragt die Funktionsweisen der Welt und beschließt, den Geheimnissen auf den Grund zu gehen und die sie bereithält. Die Pusteblumen. Avas spezielles Bündnis, ins Leben gerufen für besondere, außergewöhnliche Schlüsselschwertträger. Cool. So. Haben wir das auch geklärt? Schön. Hornkoko. Im Spiel konnte man sich dann ja einen der 5 Bündnisse anschließen. Ah, okay. Ich hätte den letzten da jetzt eben genommen, den ich vorgelesen habe. Die Pusteblumen, wenn das geht. So. Netter Film. Kann man sich aber auch sparen. Hey! Kann man auch auf YouTube gucken. Braucht man das Spiel gar nicht für. Aber ich habe es gemacht, weil jetzt habe ich das freigeschaltet. Das war der einzige Grund. Geht nicht, natürlich. Interesting. Guck mal, das. Achso. Achso, ich glaube, das, was da immer ist, das ist dann quasi das obere Bild, ne? Wenn ich hier den hier mache. Wupp. Da ändern sich ja die Bilder häufig mal. Dieses Bild von Aqua einfach. Finde ich merkwürdig. Das könnte eigentlich ein gutes Thumbnail sein, aber ich weiß nicht, ob das so geeignet ist, weil das irgendwie ja diesen Handy-Style-Look hat und nicht das vom eigenen Spiel. Gut. Dann würde ich sagen, ne? War's das? Muss ich jetzt noch irgendwas hier berechnen, tun, machen? Ich glaube nicht. Haben wir jetzt auch diese Collection durch? Ist doch schön, dann kann ich es endlich löschen und vernichten und zerbrechen, die Disc, so wie ich es beim ersten auch gemacht habe. Weil es ja ein Geschenk gewesen, habe ja kein Geld für ausgegeben, also kann man es auch ruhig mal wegschmeißen. Ja. Aber cool, damit sind wir mit den beiden Kingdom Hearts Packages quasi durch. Trophäen. Ja, sure. Ich freue mich. Ich würde sagen, ich beende jetzt erstmal hier die Aufnahme. Dann mache ich gleich mal eine ganz kurze Pause. Und dann treffen wir uns gleich im Discord und dann gucken wir mal, wie wir Filme gucken können. Trophäen. Trophäen. Zwischensequenz wollte ich sagen. Ich habe das Wort Trophäen gesehen, deswegen habe ich Trophäen gesagt. Egal, das war Let's Watch Kingdom Hearts Cheap Backcover. Was für ein Ereignis. Leckt mich am Arsch. Ja. Wie gesagt, jetzt die Zwischensequenzen. Ich werde wahrscheinlich in der Videobeschreibung irgendwo hier, irgendwo da unten, werde ich wahrscheinlich nochmal die Streams, die wir jetzt machen, beziehungsweise den Stream, den wir jetzt machen, nochmal verlinken, damit man Bescheid weiß. Und vielleicht auch den dann nach Kingdom Hearts 3, wenn ich dran denke. Ach, den geht sowieso nicht dran. Weil nach 3 werden wir noch mehr Zwischensequenzen gucken. Wuhu! Ja. So ist der Plan. Ich danke fürs Zusehen. Ich hoffe, es gefallen. Und bis Kingdom Hearts 3. Hihi, da bin ich gespannt drauf. Tschüss!